Hi, my name is Keith Kimball, Police Chief of the City of Bettendorf. One of the reasons that I wanted to do this video today is we are seeing more and more numbers of fraudulent scams and reports that we're taking with victims within the City of Bettendorf, but also our Quad City area. And these scams and frauds are going on really nationwide, and it's becoming quite an epidemic. We've had victims that have lost anywhere from a few $100s to over $100,000, and it really breaks my heart when I see people being taken and their money, good earned money, taken from them, and many times can never be retrieved, and it's lost forever. So what I thought, this is going to maybe be a start of a series of Facebook posts that we're going to do, whether it be myself or other personnel from the police department, just to talk about some of these scams. And what I'm going to do today, just to kind of get the conversation started, is we have the Quad City banks within the Quad Cities on both sides of the river. They meet monthly to talk about all kinds of issues. And one of the things that has been brought up is this issue, and they're working on a checklist that banks are going to start using and have used in the past when they suspect one of their clients or customers might be becoming a victim of a fraud, and maybe trying to stop it before it occurs. So this is kind of a general list of some of the questions, and any one of these questions, if you answer pretty much yes to, there's a high likelihood that this is a scam and that you should stop and not move forward. So just bear with me, and I'm going to read some of these. So one of the things that I have here is, has someone you don't know asked you to remain on the line, or somebody remotely actively listening to your conversation right now? And this would be from a solicited phone call that comes through that you're not aware of, but you answer. So if you answer yes to that question, there's a chance this could be a scam. Have you been told to withdraw a large sum of cash and not tell anybody the purpose? Again, they want it to be kind of a secret so that you don't start talking to other people or asking questions, because if you do, probably they know that they're not going to be successful. Have you been told that the bank staff are involved in the fraud, money laundering, and that not to tell them about this transaction? So specifically, they're going to tell you when you go into the bank, don't share any information with the bank, and there could even be some threats there. Have you been told to provide a false reason for withdrawing the funds from the bank? Did you receive a call from law enforcement demanding money to avoid being arrested? I can tell you that no law enforcement agency is going to call you and demand money to avoid being arrested. And it doesn't matter what level agency, whether it's city, county, state, or federal. That's something we would never do. Have you been contacted by someone claiming that a relative needs cash for bail or bond money to get out of jail? Again, if that's the case, they're setting you up for a scam. Have you been instructed by someone you do not know to deposit money into a Bitcoin ATM machine kiosk? This is probably out of anything. If anything involves Bitcoin or going to an ATM kiosk to make the deposit, I'm going to tell you right now, 100% of the time, it's going to be a scam. Do not do that. We just had a situation in Bettendorf where an employee at one of these businesses that happened to have one of these Bitcoin ATM kiosks in their store saw somebody and was able to stop and confront that person and then call police, because they saw that they were being scammed and had a good idea of that. So if it involves Bitcoin and depositing, I can tell you 100% it's a scam. And that's probably the one thing out of anything we talk about today, that's what you need to know. That is the common theme. Have you been told or instructed by someone that you do not know to purchase gift cards? Have you been instructed to make this withdrawal and that you must use a money transfer service such as MoneyGram, from like Walmart or whatever? Again, these are all big red flags. Have you been given a check from an unknown entity that you receive in the mail to deposit, but then you must withdraw your own funds in cash and send part of the funds back? Again, that check is not going to be any good, and you're going to try and deposit that, and by the time you send the money, you're going to find out you've just been taken for money. Have you been told or received a letter stating that you've won a sweepstake or a lottery, but that you must pay fees or taxes first? Have you been told by someone you don't know that you were accidentally refunded too much money and that you need to send the difference back? Are you withdrawing money because you are being threatened for any reason, whether that being arrested, jail time, threats to your life, or maybe your reputation in the community? Those are all clear signs of fraud. Have you been instructed, and this is a big one we see, have you been instructed to ship cash, we're talking actual cash, in an unusual manner, wrapping it up, boxing it up inside of a magazine, and to ship overnight? Maybe it's gift cards, some type of currency they're telling you just to put in the mail and to mail somewhere else, and to make it look like in the box that it's unidentifiable. So I'm just saying that this is any of these questions or any of these things that I just talked about today. These are clear tale signs that you are going to be a victim of a fraud or scam if you follow through with these. I would advise that any time any of these things happen, that you stop. These people use tactics of pressure, urgency, and they're pretty relentless. Anytime you take a phone call, you have the right to hang up and to call the police department, and that's what I would advise. Make us aware and avoid being a victim of a scam. So we'll have continued conversations. You'll see more Facebook posts, but please get the word out and have as many people watch this video as you can. And let's be free from these scams and fraud and not let them get the best of us. Thanks for your time.